Do you ever feel stuck? Or think about giving up when things get hard? In our fast-changing world, facing challenges is normal. But stopping is a choice. This journey will show you how to find a strong power inside yourself. By the end, you'll have clear steps to keep going, no matter what happens. Get ready to build a mindset that helps you win. The strong power of never giving up in a changing world. You might have felt like you were standing in front of a very big mountain, feeling like you cannot climb it. Or maybe you tried many times, fell down, and wondered if you should just stop. Today, the world is always changing fast. We see new things every day, and sometimes we feel unsure about the future. Because of this, staying strong, believing in yourself, and never giving up feels harder than before. We often hear about people who succeed, but we rarely hear about their tough journeys, their painful falls, or times they almost stopped completely. Life is not a simple, straight road. It's more like a maze with many turns, hard hills, and unexpected holes. It does not matter who you are, what job you have, or what part of life you are in. You will always meet problems. These problems could be a big career goal that seems far away, a difficult task at school or work, or even hard feelings inside you like fear. In this book, we will not talk about easy ways or magic. Instead, we will look closely at a special power that is inside every person, the strong power of never giving up. We will not run away from hard things. Instead, we will learn how to face them, how to stand up again after every fall, and how to use pressure to become stronger. This is a journey that will show you good ways to think, give you inspiring stories, and teach you simple, useful steps. These steps will help you not just finish your current hard tasks. They will also help you build a very strong mind for all the future challenges. Get ready to find a stronger, braver you. Because no matter how hard the journey is, the most important thing is not how many times you fall, but how many times you always get back up. A little push for your journey. You've just taken the first step. I believe in your power to keep going. If this chapter resonated with you, please like it. Share it with a friend or family member who might need this message today. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is a great way to remind yourself to stay strong and keep learning new ideas for success. Let's grow together. Understanding your fears. The invisible enemy of staying strong, we learned that deep inside you, there's a strong power to keep going. But sometimes, this power gets stopped. What stops it? Often, it's something we can't see easily. Our fears. They are like hidden walls that block our path. Have you ever felt a sudden worry when starting something new? Or when you made a mistake? Did you feel like giving up? That feeling is often fear. It's a natural part of being human. Everyone feels it. But sometimes, fear can grow very big in our minds. It can stop us from trying, from learning, and from moving forward. It makes us choose to do nothing, which means we never learn or grow. Let's look at some common fears. These are the invisible enemies that can make us want to quit. Fear of failure. This is a very common one. We might not even try because we are afraid of not doing well. We think, what if I fail? What will people say about me? This fear can stop us before we even begin. It tricks us into staying safe, so we miss out on new chances. Fear of judgment. This is about what other people might think or say. We worry, will they laugh? Will they think I'm not good enough? This fear makes us hide our ideas or our work. It stops us from being ourselves and taking risks. It makes us afraid to shine. Fear of the unknown. Life often has many surprises. We don't always know what will happen next. This feeling of not knowing can be scary. We prefer what's safe and familiar, even if it's not the best. This fear keeps us in our comfort zone, which stops us from finding new and better paths. Fear of change. Change means leaving what we are used to. It can feel like losing control. Even if a change is good for us, this fear can make us hold on to old ways. It makes us afraid to step into a new future or try a new path. These fears are like quiet whispers in our minds. They tell us to stop, to stay safe, to not try too hard. They are an invisible enemy because they don't look like a big problem on the outside. But inside, they can slowly take away our power, our courage, and our will to keep going. Understanding these fears is the first step to beating them. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Once you can clearly see these fears, you can start to understand them. And when you understand them, you can find a way to move past them. In the next chapter, we will learn a powerful idea about how to face these fears, not by running away, but by moving right through them. Keep growing. Keep shining. You're doing great by understanding these hidden challenges. Knowing your fears is the first step to beating them. Discovering a strong life philosophy. The only way out is through. We learned about the invisible enemy, our fears. We saw how these fears can stop us. So, how do we fight them? How do we get past these walls? There is a very strong and simple idea that helps. The only way out is through. Think about a hard time in your life. Maybe it's a big problem at work, a difficult class, or a personal challenge. When you are in that hard situation, it feels like a dark tunnel. You might want to turn back, find an easy path, or just stop. But the only way out is through means you must keep moving forward into the tunnel. You must face the problem directly. This idea sounds simple, but it is very powerful. It means don't run away. When you see a problem, don't try to avoid it. Don't wish it would disappear. That just makes the problem stay or get bigger. Face it directly. Walk straight into the challenge. If it's a hard conversation, have it. If it's a difficult task, start it. If it's a scary feeling, feel it. Accept the discomfort. It will not be easy. You might feel worried, tired, or even hurt. But this feeling is part of the path. Like going through a storm, it's not comfortable, but it leads to clear skies. Action brings light. When you choose to go through the problem, you start to see new ways. you learn, you find solutions. The end of the tunnel, with light, only appears when you keep moving. Example in real life. Imagine you are learning English, and speaking makes you very nervous. The fear is big. You could avoid speaking, but then you will never get better. The only way out is through means you must speak. Even if your voice shakes, even if you make mistakes, you try. You speak more. Each time you speak, the fear gets a little smaller, and your skills get a little better. You walk through the fear of speaking. This philosophy is not about magic. It's about courage and action. It teaches us that escaping a problem means facing it, not running from it. When you face it, you gain strength. And this strength will help you a lot when we talk about what happens next. Learning to stand up after you fall. Keep moving forward. You have the courage to go through anything. Remember, the only way out is through. If this chapter inspired you, please click like The Art of Bouncing Back. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. We learned that the only way to get past hard times is to go through them. We talked about facing problems directly, accepting them, and taking action. But what happens after you have been brave? You have tried your best, and things still don't go as you hoped. What happens when you fall? In that moment, a voice of disappointment might whisper, "Oh no, I tried, but it didn't work. Maybe this is not the right path for me." This is exactly when our next powerful idea becomes important. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. This is not just an old Japanese saying. It's a deep reminder about how every great journey works. It doesn't say you won't fall. You will, maybe many times. Instead, it teaches us that the number of times you fall is not important. What truly matters is your ability to get back up after each fall. Falling down is not the end. It's a natural part of learning and growing. Failing in studies. When dreams seem to slip away, I have a friend named Helena. She always dreamed of becoming a doctor. Since she was little, Helena was known as a hard-working, smart student. Her walls were full of awards, and everyone believed she would easily get into a famous medical school. Then her first university entrance exam came. Helena studied day and night, working hard for a whole year. But the result was not what she wanted. Helena failed. She felt completely broken. Her whole world seemed to crash down. Feelings of disappointment, shame, and being a failure weighed heavily on her. All my hard work was for nothing, Helena thought. I'm not good enough to be a doctor. She just wanted to stay in her room, not see anyone, and almost gave up her dream. It was a painful fall, a fall not just in her score, but in her spirit, and belief in herself. Lynn's mother didn't say much. She just gently put a book about successful people on Helena's table. In it was the Japanese saying that Helena had seen quickly somewhere before. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Helena read that sentence again and again. She started to realize that this failure was not the end. It was a chance for her to get back up. Helena began to look at her mistakes in the exam. She found the subjects she was weak in, and the knowledge gaps she had missed. She joined extra courses, not just to study blindly, but to fill the empty spaces that had made her fall. She didn't just relearn facts. She also learned how to face pressure and the fear of taking the exam again. Sometimes she worked on problems until she wanted to cry because they were so hard. But each time she thought of fall 7 times, stand up 8. It reminded her that every time she fell, she learned something new. And most importantly, she chose to get back up. Finally, in her second try, Helena achieved her dream. She got into the famous medical school. Helena's story is not just about studying hard. It's about her amazing ability to recover after each fall. She turned failure into a launch pad. And that is the most important lesson. Learning to recover. From Job. Search failures to life-changing chances. Helena's story is not special. Many people have had similar falls in their careers. Think about a friend who is trying hard to find their dream job. They sent dozens, even hundreds of resumes and had many interviews. Each no email, every phone call saying, "You are not suitable," was a fall, a scratch on their self-confidence. The feeling of failing, not being good enough, and wanting to give up can be very strong. But the people who truly succeed are those who understand that every no is a chance to get back up for the 8th time. Instead of feeling hopeless, they analyze each interview. Did I answer well? Was my resume impressive enough? What skills do I need to improve? They actively looked for advice from experienced people, joined courses to improve their soft skills, or even did extra projects to gain experience. Each time, they stood up stronger, better prepared for the next chance. And finally, they found not just a job, but a job that fit their passion and helped them grow. The power of recovery. When a broken heart can also heal. Not just in studies or careers, the ability to recover is also very important in relationships and personal life. A painful fall like a broken relationship, losing a loved one, or being betrayed can break your heart and make you want to stay down forever. The feelings of sadness, loss, and not knowing how to go on can overwhelm you. But life continues, and you have the right to get back up. Getting up after an emotional fall doesn't mean you have to forget or pretend to be strong. It means you allow yourself to feel sad, but then learn how to heal, how to forgive yourself and others, and find new meaning in life. This could be spending time on yourself, connecting with positive friends, finding a new hobby, or even helping others. Every small step to heal your heart is a time you get up and become mentally stronger. Building your ability to recover. Don't be afraid to fall. Be afraid not to get up. So, how can you build your own fall 7 times, stand up 8 ability? Practice. Self-reflection. After each failure, take time to look at it clearly. Don't blame yourself or others. Ask, what happened? What did I learn from this mistake? How will I do things differently next time? Turn failure into a lesson. See every fall as a chance to grow, Write down what you learn and turn it into new rules for how you will act in the future. Develop a growth mindset. Instead of believing your abilities are fixed, I'm not talented, believe you can grow and get better through effort and learning. The saying, not yet, but I'm learning, is a good example of this mindset. Seek support. Don't fight alone. Share your problems with trusted friends, family, or a mentor. A kind word at the right time can be a huge power to help you get back up. This world will keep throwing challenges at us. You will fall. I will fall. But that doesn't matter. What matters is, after each fall, how will you choose? To stay down forever, or to learn how to get up, stronger, braver, and keep walking on your journey. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be someone who never gives up on getting back up. Rise up always. You've got the power to bounce back from anything. Keep reminding yourself, fall 7 times, stand up 8. If Helena's story, or any part of this chapter, motivated you, please like it. Don't let others miss out. Share this chapter with anyone who needs to know they can always get back up. And if you want to keep building your strength and learn more powerful ideas, remember to subscribe to our channel. Let's keep inspiring each other to rise. The transforming power of pressure. Pressure makes diamonds. We learned how to get back up after we fall. Like the saying, fall 7 times, stand up 8. Now, let's talk about something that often makes us fall in the first place, but can also make us incredibly strong. Pressure. Have you ever felt like you couldn't breathe under a mountain of work? A crazy deadline? Or huge expectations from your family or yourself? That feeling is like a heavy stone on your chest, making you want to explode or just disappear. We usually see pressure as an enemy, something we must avoid at all costs. We try everything to lower stress, to get rid of the heavy burdens on our shoulders. But what if I told you that the very pressures that feel like they want to crush you are actually the most powerful tools for you to grow and truly shine? Think back to the image of a diamond we mentioned. Before it becomes a symbol of luxury, beauty, and strength, it's just a piece of coal. Only under extreme heat and huge pressure, over millions of years, does coal change into a sparkling, super hard diamond. Without pressure, there are no diamonds. Our lives are the same. Hard times and challenges that seem impossible are the pressure that shapes us. These are the moments when we find hidden strengths we never knew we had. This is when we learn to be strong, how to recover after falling, and how to turn fear into a driving force. When deadlines become your friend. A story about pressure in work. I remember clearly my first days working at a media company. I was a young woman, full of energy but without much experience. My boss was a good man, but also very demanding and wanted everything perfect. He always set goals that seemed impossible. Deadlines were stacked up, and his feedback was sharp and direct, with no easy words. Some nights, I worked almost until morning. My eyes were heavy, my stomach was empty, and my whole body felt tired. I was exhausted, and the fear of not finishing the task weighed heavily on me. This pressure will crush me, I often told myself. I can't take any more. One time, my boss gave me a very important advertising project. This was the biggest project I had ever handled, and the deadline was extremely tight. The pressure felt like it was suffocating me. I almost panicked. Thousands of negative thoughts filled my mind. Can I do it? What if I fail? What will my boss think of me? But then, something inside me suddenly woke up. I remembered the saying, "Pressure makes diamonds." I told myself, if I can get through this, I will become much stronger. I decided not to step back. I stayed up for several nights, not just working, but also learning new things about digital marketing and customer psychology. I asked for advice from experienced colleagues, constantly asking questions and looking for solutions. I had to work under terrible time pressure, revising things dozens of times and facing endless criticism. Finally, I finished that project. Brilliantly, even better than my boss and the client expected. It was a true wow moment, a feeling of breakthrough victory. I didn't just feel proud of the result. I also realized that the very pressures that felt like they wanted to kill me had actually made me sharper and braver. Just like coal turns into a diamond only under great pressure, life's challenges and pressures are the furnace that creates a better, stronger version of ourselves. After that, I was no longer afraid of pressure. I saw it as a chance to shine, to show my true abilities. Pressure in sports, from pain to glory, on the field. Think about a professional football player getting ready for an important final match. The pressure at that time is huge. Pressure from millions of fans, pressure from the team's hopes, pressure from themselves wanting to win. Every movement, every pass are watched carefully. Some players get crushed by pressure. They make mistakes and play worse than they can. But some players shine brightly under pressure. They turn fear into energy and expectations into power to go beyond their limits. Every beautiful play, every winning goal is often made in the most tense moments. This pressure pushes them to train without stopping, to sharpen their skills, and to use their full potential. When the game ends, win or lose, they have become a much stronger, more mature person, because they understand that, under pressure, diamonds are made. Turning pressure into an ally. Finding your hidden power. So how can we turn pressure from an enemy into a friend, into something that helps us grow? Change how you see pressure. Instead of seeing pressure as a heavy burden, see it as a chance. Think, this is not pressure. This is a chance to prove myself. This is not stress. This is energy to focus more. Break down the pressure. A big project can create huge pressure. Break it into smaller, easier to manage tasks. Finishing small parts will help reduce feeling overwhelmed and build confidence. Learn to manage stress. Pressure can lead to stress. Learn good ways to manage stress, like meditation, deep breathing, exercise, or spending time on hobbies. This helps you stay calm and clear-headed under pressure. Focus on the process, not just the result. Sometimes, the fear of failing is the reason for pressure. Focus on doing your best in the present moment, and trust that the process will lead to good results. Seek support. Don't be afraid to share. your pressure with people you trust. A piece of advice, some encouragement, or just someone to listen can help you feel less burdened. Remember, life is not a smooth road. There will be times when you feel pressure weighing heavily on you, but these are the very moments when you can find your true strength. Be brave to face pressure. Turn it into motivation, and you will see yourself shine like a diamond. Because when the pressure is strong enough, diamonds are created, and you are that diamond. Shine brightly. You have the power to turn pressure into your greatest strength. Believe in yourself. You are a diamond in the making. If this chapter made you see pressure differently, please like it. Help others find their strength by sharing this message with friends and family. And to keep getting powerful ideas and stay inspired on your journey, remember to subscribe to our channel. Let's make more diamonds together. The 1,000-mile journey and single steps. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. We've explored how to face challenges head-on. The only way out is through. How to stand up strong after every fall. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. And how to turn pressure into power. Pressure makes diamonds. Now, a key question is, how do you keep that strong will burning when your goal feels so far away, when the journey seems endless, and when your small steps feel too tiny to make a difference? This is where one of the oldest yet most powerful ideas comes in. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. This saying by Lao Tzu is more than just a reminder to start. It's a deep truth about how all great achievements happen. It frees us from feeling overwhelmed by a big goal and helps us focus on the most important thing: today's action. Smart people often like to analyze, plan every detail, and see the whole picture. This is good. But sometimes, seeing the whole big picture can create a huge mental mountain, making us feel small and unable to move. How can I write a 500-page book? How can I build a global business? How can I become fluent in a new language with thousands of words and complex grammar? If we don't handle these questions well, they become invisible chains that stop us. The 1,000-mile journey idea is the key to breaking these chains. The quiet power of small steps. Adding up more than just adding in math, 1 + 1 = 2. But in life and personal growth, small actions often bring much bigger, multiplying results. This happens when small, seemingly unimportant actions are repeated steadily over time, leading to huge changes. James Clear, the writer of Atomic Habits, showed that getting 1% better each day leads to results 37 times better after 1 year. You can't achieve this with just one big effort. It comes from small, steady steps. Real-life example. Conquering a new language beyond English. Imagine a tech expert who wants to sell products in China, and learning Mandarin Chinese becomes very important. Looking at the complex Chinese characters, the difficult tones and thousands of new words, feeling overwhelmed is normal. If this person sets a goal to become fluent in Chinese in 1 year, the pressure will be huge, and they might give up easily. But with the idea, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The approach changes. Step 1. Learn 5 new words every day. Step 2. Listen to a Chinese news report or podcast for 15 minutes each morning. Step 3. Practice writing 2 Chinese sentences every night. These actions, by themselves, seem too small. What are 5 new words compared to tens of thousands you need to know? What does 15 minutes of listening mean? But after 365 days, 5 words a day will be 1825 new words. 15 minutes of listening daily will be over 91 hours of listening practice. These are not small numbers. The power of these small steps adding up will slowly change the learner from 0 to someone who can communicate and read well, opening huge doors for business and culture. Building huge milestones when small steps change health and destiny. My aunt, Mai, once weighed almost 90 kilograms. Her story clearly shows the power of taking one step at a time. With many health problems, her doctor told her she needed to lose a lot of weight. Thinking about losing 30-40 kg, she almost lost all hope. It was a 1,000-mile journey that she couldn't imagine starting or finishing. She kept delaying because the goal was too big and made all small actions seem unimportant. I told her, "Auntie, don't think about 30 kg. A 1,000-mile journey begins with one step. Each day, just try to walk 10 minutes more. And each meal, just cut out 1 spoonful of rice. Start with the smallest steps." Aunt Mai followed this. On the first day, she only walked for 10 minutes around her house, even though she felt tired, and saw no difference. On the second day, she walked 15 minutes. Each meal, she cut down just a little rice. She didn't focus on the huge 30-kilo number. She only focused on today's step. The amazing thing was, when she took away the heavy burden of the final goal and just focused on the present action, staying consistent became easier. After a few months, she felt healthier, walked longer without getting tired, and ate more regularly, naturally. 1 year later, she had lost over 20 kilos, not by some big sudden change, but by thousands of small steps, repeated every single day. These small steps created a life-changing difference in her health and quality of life. The one step at a time. Strategy in all areas using the idea. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, needs a smart way of thinking. Break down goals, chunking. This is the main rule. A big goal needs to be broken into smaller tasks that are easy to manage and can be done in a short time. For example, 15 to 30 minutes. Focus on the system, not the goal. Instead of just looking at the finish line, build a system of small daily or weekly habits. For example, instead of saying, "I want to write a book," say, "I will write 500 words each morning." Discipline of consistency. Consistency over intensity. It's more important how regularly you can keep trying than how much effort you put in, just one time. A small action repeated daily will bring much bigger results than one huge effort done only once. Celebrate small wins. Every time you complete a small step, recognize your effort. This creates a positive cycle, building your motivation and encouraging you to keep going. Micro progress. Mindset. See and value even the smallest improvements. A new word learned, an English sentence spoken more smoothly, one more minute of exercise. These are all signs that you are getting there. In a world that loves speed and instant results, the power of single steps is often not valued enough. But history shows that all great achievements, all big changes, are built from the steady repetition of small, consistent actions. Believe in the process. Believe in the power of each step. And you will see that the 1,000-mile journey is not as scary as you thought. Because every step is taking you closer to your goal. Keep taking those steps. Remember, even the longest journey begins with just one step. Your consistent efforts are building something amazing. Building a lasting don't give up mindset. We've been on a journey together through many challenges. We started by naming our silent fears, the invisible enemies that stop us from staying strong. Then, we found powerful life ideas that help us go beyond our limits. We learned that sometimes the only way out of a maze is to bravely go through it. The only way out is through. We deeply understood that failing is not the end, but a chance to stand up stronger. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. And most importantly, we realized that pressure is not a burden. It's the fire that makes real diamonds. Pressure makes diamonds. Finally, we also understood that every great journey, even 1,000 miles long, begins with one small step. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Now, the big question isn't just how to get past one specific challenge. It's about how to build a strong, lasting mindset, an inner operating system that helps you keep growing, no matter what happens. A don't give up mindset isn't just a feeling that comes and goes, or an empty slogan. It's a system of beliefs, habits, and strategies that you build and make stronger every day. It's a deep understanding that life is a series of challenges and chances. Your power isn't about never falling. It's about always getting back up after each fall and moving forward with strong belief. Bringing ideas together. Creating a growth loop. The key to building a lasting mindset is to understand that the ideas we've learned don't stand alone. They support and strengthen each other, creating a constant growth loop. Facing it. The only way out is through. When you face a problem, you don't run away. You bravely go straight into it. You accept that feeling uncomfortable, even painful, is necessary to get past it. Falling and learning. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. As you face challenges, you will surely make mistakes, and sometimes fail. But instead of giving up, you see each failure as valuable information, a lesson to study and learn from. Shining under pressure. Pressure makes diamonds. This process of facing problems and learning creates pressure. But instead of letting pressure crush you, you turn it into energy. It pushes you to find creative solutions, improve your skills, and discover new limits within yourself. Taking small steps. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. No matter how big the pressure or how far the goal, you break down the journey into specific, possible steps for each day. You understand that many small actions, added together, will lead to huge results. And when you finish a small part of your journey, you gain more belief to face the next challenge. This positive loop keeps going, pushing you further and further. Daily habits that build a lasting mindset. Don't give up mindset isn't something you can just switch on or off. It grows stronger through small, regular actions every day. Practice mindfulness and self-reflection. How to do it? Spend 5 to 10 minutes each morning meditating or simply breathing deeply, focusing on your breath. This helps you calm your mind, see negative thoughts and feelings as they appear, spotting the enemies from Chapter 2 without getting carried away by them. At the end of the day, spend a few minutes writing in a journal. Don't just write what you did. Also write about the challenges you faced and how you overcame them, reflecting on fall 7 times, stand up 8. Why it works. This helps you control your mind, stopping fears and negative thoughts from taking over. It also makes your mental recovery stronger. Practice. Gratitude. How to do it. Every evening, list 3 things you are thankful for that day, no matter how small. A good cup of coffee, a compliment from a coworker, solving a difficult problem. Why 2? It works. Gratitude shifts your focus from negative things and what you lack to positive things and the resources you have. This creates a slightly pinker view of life, helping you face pressure with a more hopeful attitude. Find endless inspiration and motivation. How to do it. Create a playlist of inspiring songs. Follow YouTube channels, watch podcasts of motivational speakers, and read books about people who overcame difficulties. Even print sayings like, "Pressure makes diamonds," and put them where you can easily see them. Why it works. Our brains are easily affected by the information they receive. Constantly feeding yourself positive energy and stories of strong will help you maintain motivation, especially when you feel down. Set healthy boundaries and rest actively. How to do it. Don't be afraid to say no to requests that are too much for you. Take real time to rest, not just by lying on the sofa and scrolling on your phone. This could be a walk in the park, a nice meal with family, or simply enough sleep. Why it works. A don't give up mindset doesn't mean working until you're exhausted. Instead, it means managing your energy smartly. Your body and mind need to recharge so you can continue your long journey. This is how you make sure you have enough energy for the 1,000-mile journey. The power of connection. You are not alone. On this journey, no matter how strong you are, fighting alone for a long time will make you tired and easily give up. Humans are social beings, and having a strong support system is key to success. Find a mentor or role model. How to do it. Find 1 or 2 people you admire for their strength and success. This could be a boss, a teacher, a family member, or even a public figure. Try to connect with them. Listen to their stories and learn how they overcame difficulties. Why it works. They not only give advice, but also show living proof that the path you are on can be walked. Build a support community. How to do it? Join a study group, a book club, or an online community with shared goals. For example, if you're learning English, find a speaking group. If you're starting a business, connect with other startups. Why it works. When you share your difficulties, you'll realize you're not alone. You'll get encouragement, new ideas, and even solutions from people who think like you. They will be the ones who help you get back up when you fall and celebrate when you make progress. A lasting don't give up mindset is not magic. It's the result of conscious practice, of small but steady choices every day. By adding these ideas into your life, you will not only get past current challenges, you will also give yourself a sharp mental tool to face any wave life throws at you. Remember, every small action today is building the foundation for your strength tomorrow. Build your unstoppable mindset. You're on your way to building a mindset that truly never gives up. Keep practicing these habits and you'll be unstoppable. If this chapter helped you see how to build lasting strength, please like it. Share this wisdom with friends and family who are working hard on their own goals. And for more ways to keep your motivation high and learn powerful insights, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Let's keep building that don't give up spirit together. Conclusion. The endless journey of rising up, my dear friend. We have traveled a long way together. We started by naming our silent fears, the invisible enemies that stop us from staying strong. Then, we found powerful life ideas that help us go beyond our limits. We learned that sometimes the only way out of a maze is to bravely go through it. The only way out is through. We deeply understood that failing is not the end, but a chance to stand up stronger. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. And most importantly, we realized that pressure is not a burden. It's the fire that makes real diamonds. Pressure makes diamonds. Finally, we also understood that every great journey, even 1,000 miles long, begins with one small step. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The power of choice. You are the builder of your own destiny, so what stays with you after all these stories, examples, and deep thoughts? It is the power of choice. Each day, each hour, even each moment, you have a choice. You can choose to give up to your fears, let delaying steal your dreams, and let failures drown you. Or you can choose to face it, choose to get back up, choose to turn pressure into power, and choose to keep walking, even if it's just the smallest step. Life is not a smooth road. It's a series of mountains to climb, valleys to cross, and rivers to go over. There will be days you feel very tired, wanting to let go of everything. There will be times you doubt your own abilities. That is completely normal. Even the most successful people, the ones you admire most, have felt those things. They are not superheroes who never fall. Instead, they are people who learned the art of being strong, the art of never giving up on getting back up. Please remember this message. Keep going. You're getting there. This is a reminder that every effort you make, no matter how small, has value. Every drop of sweat, every hour of study, every time you get up after falling is shaping you, building your skills, and making your will stronger. You don't need to see the finish line clearly every day. Just believe that each step is bringing you closer to where you want to be. A call to action. Don't wait. Start. Now you've read this far, and that already shows your desire to grow. Don't let these ideas just stay as thoughts. Turn them into real actions right now. Choose a small goal. Whatever you've been delaying, pick a first step. It could be 15 minutes of English study, 30 minutes of exercise, or just sending a difficult email. Promise yourself, no matter what happens, no matter how discouraged you feel, promise yourself you will take that step every day. Find support. Share your goal with a friend you trust. Let them be a source of encouragement when you need it. And most importantly, deeply remember this saying: keep going. You're getting there. Put it on your desk, make it your phone background, or tell it to yourself whenever you feel like giving up. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be times you're tired and want to stop, but it is in those moments that your true strength will appear. Enjoy each step, learn from every fall, and shine under pressure. You have already done amazing things, and you will do even more. Remember, life is not about people who never fall. It's about people who always get back up after each fall. You are on that path, and I believe in you. Just keep going. You're getting closer. Your journey continues. You've reached the end of this journey with us, but your own journey of growth is endless. Keep rising. Keep shining. If these chapters have empowered you, please like this video and share it with everyone who needs a boost of strength today. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you're not just supporting us. You're reminding yourself to stay strong, keep learning, and achieve all your successes. Let's make every day a step towards your amazing future.